everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. An absolute pleasure to have you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies with us today. Nearly at 480 subscribers, so thank you. I'm so thrilled. When we get to 500, the offer will be out there for a couple of free readings that I'll send to you personally, and see how we go. So very excited. Thank you for everybody for joining me. And speaking of my guides, boy, they were fascinated with my root canal operation yesterday. Sailed through it, no pain whatsoever, and it was quite amusing having 4 people peering in my mouth at once, 2 spirits or 2 guides, and the surgeon and the assistants. Just as well I could manage to, they held the mouth open quite widely because, boy, it was getting a bit crowded there. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at is Marjorie Taylor Greene, as per request. Oh, Marge put out a tweet out there going, oh, if Bannon and I had organised the insurrection, we would have succeeded. Excuse me, what? So you're saying that you are all for overthrowing the government in a coup? Interesting thing to put out there. However, as per my just gone reading on Mark Meadows with his text messages, 34 Republican Congress people, House and Senate, have been identified in these text messages. MTG claims that she was no part of the planning. Mr. Meadows' if I call it paper trail, ether trail, seems to signify differently. Now, she just won her midterms in Georgia, very red area of Georgia. She is, what is it, the old guns, babies and God or something type areas. Let's have a look. Sorry, something's just flying out onto the floor. I'll just pause you for a second while I pick it up. And back again. Guns, babies, Marjorie Taylor Greene, guns, babies and God. And this is what flew out. An inevitable ending, but literally judgment. Literally judgment on her. An inevitability. But yes, let's go and have a little bit of a closer look. Again, flying out, reaping what she has sown. So yeah, this is what the future is for Marjorie Taylor Greene. But come on, guys, Marjorie Taylor Greene, let's have a little bit of a more detailed look. I'll actually do 2 readings here. I will do the Spiritual Growth Tarot layout. Thank you, Denise, for that, sharing that layout with us, and then I'll have a look at a bit more detail going forward. So what I'm after is 4, 6, 10, 12 cards, please, Master. Just the karma hanging over Marjorie Taylor Greene. What is she thinking? What is she thinking? Goodness me, good luck with that one. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the signifier for MTG, Marjorie. A tower moment. Literally a tower moment. As these energies swirl above her. Okay, the challenge for her is having to defend herself. I don't even know if I need to read any further on that, but we will. What is she planning? Okay, what is she planning? There is plotting going on behind the scenes. And this is my dark money card, but there's plotting going on behind the scenes, basically, in regards to perhaps the dark money that was involved in the January the 6th, or trying to shore up a dark foundation. And she's going to skedaddle. She's going to try and get out of Dodge, walking away from what's no longer serving her. She thinks she can. She thinks she can blast out a couple of tweets and then just walk away from what she has actually created. What her action is, lying. lying. No other word for that. And her action. Is it an attempted new start, or is it simply foolishness? Okay. She's just putting the head up and moving on. In faith and courage is what she's doing. This is the action that she's going to take. She's dropping the lies and thinking this is the action she wants to take, that she can just waltz out of there, which goes with this card. She thinks she can just waltz out of Dodge. Okay, the karma hanging over her. Do I need to explain that? Oh boy, okay. Old MTG. She thinks she's going to be able to drop the lies, put out this foundation. Okay, thank you. What the boys have just told me is she's going to try and put it onto somebody else. And then she can try, and then this is what she is planning, that she's going to put the blame onto somebody else. She's going to skedaddle out of Dodge. The action she's taking are these lies and head in the clouds, la 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 la, and moving on. However, the karma that is hanging over her is literally the truth enclosing and restricting her, and she's going to find herself out in the cold, banished. The outcome for her, interesting cards. It's not what I would have pulled for her. Okay. The outcome for her is she's going to play on naivety. Now, she's not the brightest tool in the box. She's missing a few sheep from the top paddock and is the sausage short of a barbecue. But she's going to play on her naivety. The naivety of her rising star, and that goes back to her blaming others. There's going to be, okay, thank you. There's going to be a lot of finger pointing, argy-bargy, sandpit blaming in amongst the Republican Party. She's going to pack her truth up and pull her cover over her head and move on in regards to her mercenary actions, the help that she gave and received. Sacrificial lamb, justice. I don't think she's going to get away with this. On the base we have the Queen of Pentacles. It was all about domestic security. New information, new start in regards to the information, shining a light, and then karma coming and biting her on the bum. I don't think you need me to explain this. This isn't looking very good for old Marjorie, or young Marjorie. But in all honesty, she's not the smartest cookie. She was naive in what she did. She knew she knows what she's doing. I mean, she is deliberately lying and then walking away, thinking that all is going to be hunky-dory. She's throwing out the lies. And what she's trying to do is blame the foundation of this on others and then skedaddle out of Dodge. She's not going to get away with it. But she's going to try and... Where was that other card? It was the naivety card. Ah, yes, the naivety card. It's about her naivety being in the spotlight. She took herself, she took her power too seriously, is what the guys are telling me. But her mercenary giving and receiving of help is going to be seen. Going to be seen, and she's going to be judged in regards of it. So it's the same with everything. Pleading that you didn't know or that you were naive is no excuse for breaking the law. So I'm just going to do a full Celtic cross for her. They're not good cards for Marjorie. I think she's going... okay, I'm going to ask Pendulum straight up. Straight up. Come on down. Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question? Is Marjorie Taylor Greene? So the circles are that it's ready for the question. Side to side is a no, back and forth is a yes. Is Marjorie Taylor Greene going to, they're telling yes before I even got it out there, going to lose her Georgia seat? Is she going to be removed from Congress? Yes, 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 yes. Not even looking at changing direction. Is this going to happen by the mid-year solstice? Not even look at sort of. So yeah, and then it's gone back to a circle. Are the charges going to be laid by the mid-year solstice? And it stopped on me. Okay. It is, to quote, in flux at the moment. There is information that we do not know about yet. And this is the victory card. Oh, hang on, I've got some cards upside down. I don't like upside down cards. It is the victory card about being seen, but those in the background are not looking at you. Okay, I'll just swip through and see if I've got any others upside down, because I was taught very early on by my very first mentor that there are enough negative cards in the pack that we do not have to read them upside down. The message will come through regardless, is what I've been told, was told by my very first, and that's how I operate. So others operate other, but that's just how I do my bit. Okay, that's the agreement I have with my guides. Okay, let's do a full Celtic cross. Marjorie Taylor Greene, in regards, what's the future of Marjorie Taylor Greene in the light of the Mark Meadows text messages and her Twitter statements? Oh. Fell out. Not good cards for young Marjorie. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene, full Celtic cross, please. Marjorie Taylor Greene, full Celtic, past, present and future. Marjorie Taylor Greene, full Celtic, thank you. Right, new information coming out. Full illumination on this information, and look at all those little twigs coming off that singular branch. So the Mark Meadows texts are going to be quite crucial in regards to this. She's going to have to defend herself. Base of the reading, literally domestic security is going to be something to do with the charge. In the past, here's this star for her, Star of Hope, but it's also she thought her shining, she thought she was the shining star. Thank you. She thought she was the shining star, but it is in the past. This is also what is best for what is the best of the United States card, and this, because we've moved into this stage of the investigation, this is the upholding of democracy. Thank you, guys. The upholding of democracy. Democracy stayed firm. Prosecutors, my Merrick Garland card crowning this reading. Sorry, Marge. Immediate future for her. Defeat. Wounded in battle. Externally, she's going to have to reap what she has sowed. Internally, she was chained to this toxicity. She still is chained to this toxicity. She thinks that it can get her out, but this is her internally. But externally, she's going to have to reap what she sowed. Hopes and fears, the world, culmination and ending. The outcome, it was about the giving and receiving of help, the begging for help, the doling out, the grifting, the bribery, the overseas money, you name it. Making plans, this is the outcome. So in regards to the giving and receiving help, plans are being made about the past, about naivety. Let's see where it goes. It's a crossroads moment. Take your blindfold off, love. These circles of support that she was in. Is she going to try and make an offer as it comes to a culmination and things are rebalanced? There's nothing terribly bad for her here, possibly because it hasn't come to it isn't yet at the stage where she's going to be prosecuted, because remember we had the downfall card. But I think, okay, this giving and receiving of help is being looked at, investigated on an international level. The past is bringing a blindfolded crossroads moment for her, the crossroads of truth, in regards to her circle of support. Someone is going to come forward and make an offer that is going to firm these plans up and lead to this restoration moment, this restoration of balance. There is strength as she's going to find herself in an insecure position as these messages are coming forward. Be careful what you wish for the lawmakers. An offer that's going to be disappointing, and there's something, here's this Page of Cups again, going to find herself embattled due to her connection with Trump. Yeah, it's just, again, Page of Wands, the Emperor, about the messages, Trump, her connections with Trump. This is just going on and on and on because it's still a work in progress. So it's still a work in progress. However, we do, twice we've got that some pretty nasty cards. Well, constantly we've got some pretty nasty cards for her on the base. There's a lot of messages that are going to come forward very quickly that we have not yet seen. She's going to get bombarded with this exposure energy by, and this my Biden card, but it is the Biden administration. So this is the DOJ, this is the judges under the Biden administration, the investigation. Here we have the foundation, the dark money that she has created is going to be investigated, and she's going to find herself restricted. Okay, that's Marjorie for you. Marjorie Taylor Greene. No matter how we look at it, no matter what we throw on her, it's not looking good. Okay, thank you for joining me. Any questions, pop them in the box below. If you feel you can't ask me publicly, feel free to email me at meistertarot@gmail.com, and we'll watch this with interest. Take care. Love to you all. Bye-bye.